Hello everybody, this is Zami'Ra Ra, continuing on with part 2 of chapter 5, which is stretching the mind, and we are referring to Naazir Ra's book, The Access Codes to Zion, How to Live on the Frequency. So finishing off on this section, we're going to be talking about the random belief technique, and throughout the ages, humanity has adopted several types of beliefs in order to explain this mysterious experience called life, and these come in examples of paganism, superstition, atheism, and even a lot of the ancients used mythology. Each system coincides with various levels of consciousness based on the mental vibratory frequency of the adherent. So I'm going to repeat that one, but this time I'm going to say it much slower. Okay, each system coincides with various levels of consciousness based on the mental vibratory frequency of the adherent. So what does that mean? So basically, depending on what level, what mental vibratory frequency you're on, where you are at in consciousness, different systems will be easier presented to you and for you to accept it as your truth. A lot of people who are on the higher frequency, if they were to analyze the paganist system, they will and look at it, they'll be like, no. Okay, so depending on what level you are at, these different systems become more receptive for you, I should say. Okay, as we move into a higher frequency on this planet, those who remain stuck and attached to only one way of seeing things will find themselves hurt and in a painful struggle. This comes an example of, once again, as I was talking about when I left the church. I was in a lot of pain and I was hurt because I was so stuck on, okay, so if this is true, this is what I was always presented with as truth, this is what I always knew as truth. How can I just flip the script like that? What am I supposed to do? Okay, so not being able to let that go will invoke a lot of pain, and we don't want that. So that's why we need to learn to become more flexible, to learn different ways that we can stretch our minds, which is where the random belief techniques comes in. Okay, the random belief techniques releases any and all attachment to one belief system and makes you more energetically flexible and able to evolve with joy and bliss as you blossom into your divine self. So, as you're blossoming and coming up to higher consciousness, we still want to be able to be joyful and filled with joy. So this is where this is going to help. Okay. So what is the random belief technique? So basically, the way that Naazir was explaining it in the book is that you get, you number these different systems, like 2, atheism, 4, polytheism, no, I lied. 4 was, monotheism. I wrote that wrong. So 4, monotheism, 6, polytheism, and then 8, chaos. So basically you number these with these numbers, and then you get a die, like some dice, and you roll it, and whatever it lands on for the week, 2, 4, 6, or 8, or whatever, that is the belief that you present, allow to take course. What's the word that I'm looking for? That you just practice that belief for the week or month or however long you feel suitable, or whichever one it lands on. So practicing this and allowing it to be random, it'll keep you fluid. So when you practice it, let's say atheism, I think I haven't practiced this belief, this technique yet, but I'm going to practice it starting today. I might start with just atheism. Oh my goodness. There's so many random butterflies all around. So you just choose one. I think I'm going to start with atheism. And when you do that, really try to get into it and practice and understand what these people believe in, how they would live their life day by day. And doing this and switching it up so often, doing this exercise often would keep yourself light and unattached and mentally flexible to any specific belief system. So doing this greatly accelerates your growth by making it unnecessary to incarnate again in order to experience life from perspectives of these beliefs. Okay, so your deeper mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is fantasy. So by engaging your mind in these different random beliefs, and keeping it fluid and flipping it, you're actually stepping to another dimension of life from another perspective without having to reincarnate. Okay, you're growing efficiently, and it is also a key to abundance. So being able to switch it up, flip it up, really tapping into it. If you're going to practice being some of these polytheism systems, really tapping in, what do these people believe in? What do they usually do? What do they usually eat all the time? So you're just keeping it, being able to flip it in your subconscious mind. They don't know the difference between, what's fantasy and what's real. So you're keeping yourself flexible and light, and you're really expanding yourself as a being when doing this. So I'm really excited about this, actually. So I just need to read up a little bit more about these different belief systems so I can really tap in into, what it is to be an atheist, what it is to practice polytheism, what it is to live in this chaos, and really keeping myself fluid. So I'm excited about doing that one. And when I continue on to chapter 6, which is relativity in the dream world, at the beginning I'll kind of let you give you like a recap of how this has been going with this technique. But guys, this is going to be the end of chapter 5, stretching the mind. I hope that this has helped you and that you have gotten some kind of insight and that you've learned maybe something new. I'm really excited about growth. I'm really excited about everyone else's that is growing. And I just want to give a very special thanks to this beautiful woman last night who commented on one of my videos saying, how it's really helped her, and that she's at that same point in her life where she's trying to figure out, how to truly love herself before she can truly love another person. This is going back to my video that I was talking about, the journey of self-love. I'm really appreciative to everyone who is sharing their personal experience with me, because it just makes me grow bright, and it gives me more motivation to keep doing what I'm doing and speaking out and being the voice basically for people who don't think they really truly have a voice. So this gives me great pleasure and joy deep within to serve and be the light and just be truth. And I just want to speak it out into existence. Naazir, I see and I've been peeping how you've been saying that you really need, in the future you're going to be needing some more teachers. And I just hope you see and appreciate what I'm doing, and already, taking your content and representing it and doing it again, regurgitating it and putting my own little feminine twist on it, because I'm speaking into existence that I'm going to be one of your teachers at Hidden Power University. So that's, in the works, manifestation and process. And, I just want to say thank you, everybody, and stay tuned for chapter 6, which is relativity in the dream world, and that will be coming to you very, very soon, in about a week. So thank you, guys. Until next time.